All right, so you've done it. The flights are booked, the bags are packed. You are so ready for Disneyland. But hang on, there's one last little puzzle piece, right? Getting from the airport to the park. So today, we're going to break down the absolute smartest way to tackle that final leg of your trip from John Wayne Airport, or SNA as you'll see it called.
So what's the magic number we're talking about here? It's 14. That's it. Just 14 little miles. That's all that stands between you at baggage claim and, the front gates of Disneyland. It's so close.
But those 14 miles, they are absolutely crucial. They can be the smooth, seamless glide right into your vacation, or they can be a super stressful, bumpy start. Seriously, the choice you make here can set the entire tone for your trip. No pressure, right?
Okay, so here's our game plan. First, we'll touch on the Disneyland approach. Then, we'll look at your 4 ride options. After that, we'll see how the options compare. Then, we'll get to the verdict for families, some pro tips for booking, and we'll finish up with your top questions answered. Let's do it. First things first, seriously, pat yourself on the back for choosing SNA. The info is super clear on this. Compared to flying into LAX, John Wayne Airport is way closer, it's a lot less crowded, and it's just a much smoother experience all around. You've already saved yourself a major headache right there.
And that's exactly why this next choice is so important. I mean, think about it. When the drive is supposed to be just 15 to 30 minutes, any extra stop or delay feels huge. You really want a direct route to make the most of that amazing time advantage you've got.
Okay, so you've got your bags, you're standing at the curb, now what? Well, it really boils down to 4 main contenders for your trip, and we're going to look at the good, the bad, and the reality of each one.
First up, the shared shuttle. You know the ones. And on paper, hey, they look pretty good. The price is usually low, and that's always tempting. But the catch is right there in the name, shared. You're going to be stopping for other people at other hotels, and that 20-minute drive can easily stretch into an hour-long tour of Anaheim. Not exactly what you want when the kids are practically vibrating with excitement to see Mickey, right?
Next up, the usual suspects, Uber and Lyft. I mean, they're super convenient, right? Just a few taps on your phone and you're set. But, and this is a big but, there are 2 huge variables, price and space. If you land at a busy time, that surge pricing can hit you hard, and the cost just blows up. Plus, if you're traveling with your family and all that luggage, trying to get a car that actually fits everything can be a total roll of the dice. Then you've got the classic taxi. You can just walk right out of the terminal and boom, there's a line of them waiting. That's a huge plus. No fumbling with an app. The downside? Well, they're usually the most expensive choice. And kind of like rideshares, the final bill can be a surprise depending on traffic.
And last but not least, we've got the private car service. This is definitely the premium option. We're talking a professional driver, a comfy, clean car, and here's the kicker, a fixed price and a direct, non-stop trip. This one is all about making things reliable and totally stress-free.
So those are our players. Now let's put them head to head and see how they really stack up when it comes to what actually matters for your trip.
I mean, these are the 4 big questions you're asking yourself, right? How much time is this going to take? How comfortable am I going to be? Can I actually rely on this? And of course, what's it going to cost me in the end?
And when you lay it all out like this, a pretty clear picture starts to form, doesn't it? You've got the private car service scoring top marks pretty much everywhere. It's fast, it's comfortable, it's super reliable, and the price is fixed. It just wins on quality. Then you have the shuttle, slow and not so comfy. Uber and Lyft, they're kind of in the middle, but they've got this giant question mark hanging over them with reliability and surge pricing. And taxis are dependable, sure, but that cost is high. The trade-offs become really obvious.
So what this really boils down to is a fundamental choice. Are you looking for guaranteed reliability and comfort? Or are you willing to roll the dice on cost and time to maybe save a few bucks? That's the core question. Okay, so with all of that in mind, let's zero in on the big one, especially for those of you traveling with the whole family. What is the best choice for a totally stress-free start to that Disneyland vacation?
And when you look at the reasons, it becomes super clear why a private car service gets the big recommendation for families. It's not just one thing, it's how it all comes together. A direct, nonstop transfer, that means no antsy kids getting impatient. A spacious vehicle, that means the luggage and strollers aren't a headache. A fixed, predictable price means no nasty surprises for your vacation budget. And get this, flight tracking means your driver is there when you land, even if you're delayed. It just erases all those typical travel day stress points.
All right, so let's say you're on board. A private car service sounds like the way to go.
So, how do you actually do it right? Let's talk about your action plan.
Booking ahead of time is absolutely key, and trust me, it is so simple. You just pick the kind of car you need, like say an SUV for the family, you pop in your flight details and when you're supposed to land, confirm you're going from SNA to your hotel, and that's it. You get a confirmation. It's like a 5-minute thing that saves you a massive amount of hassle once you're actually at the airport.
And here are a few little pro tips to make it even smoother. That tip about scheduling your pickup 20 to 30 minutes after you land, that's your grab the bags buffer time. Don't book it for the exact second your plane touches down. Also, if you're going during a holiday, book weeks ahead, not days. And please, be honest about how much luggage you have. It's so much better to get a slightly bigger car than to try and play a stressful game of luggage Tetris at the curb.
All right, to wrap things up, let's do a little quickfire round and knock out some of the top questions people always have about this trip.
Okay, question 1, and it's the big one. What is the absolute fastest way to get from SNA to Disneyland? After a long flight, you just want to get there, right? So what's the real answer?
And the answer is no contest, a private car service. Because it's a direct, non-stop trip with 0 other delays, it is hands down going to get you from the terminal to your hotel in the shortest amount of time, period. Okay, but this leads to the final big question, doesn't it? So, is a private car service really worth the cost? We know it usually has the highest upfront price tag. So, is the value actually there?
Well, maybe the better question is this one. How much is a completely stress-free start to your vacation worth to you? We've laid out all the facts on time, comfort, and reliability. The final calculation isn't really just about dollars and cents, is it? It's about the value of starting this amazing vacation that you've been looking forward to smoothly, comfortably, and with absolutely 0 worries. Definitely something to think about.